We're moving on to the next segment, everybody. Part 77 of Eugene's birthday special with Jeopardy for the N64. Let's see how I do.
This is Jeopardy!
And now, here is our host, Alex Trebek.
Welcome to your favorite game of answers and questions. We know who the contestants are, so let's go to work in the first round, the Jeopardy round, which has the one daily double. Categories for you are as follows.
We're going to be dealing with nicknames, literature, mythology, notable animals, food facts, and finally, history. Food facts 100.
Make a selection.
It's a small, thin round of ground beef or peppermint candy. What is a patty?
That's right.
Food facts 200.
Select again.
Cure, smoke, and slice up a pork belly, and you're making this. What is bacon?
That's a correct response.
Food facts 300. After pasteurization, milk is put through this process for uniformity. What is homogenization?
That's right.
Food facts 400.
Select again.
In this method, a warm water bath slowly cooks an egg. What is boiling?
No, that's incorrect. Anyone else?
Foop. Looking for codling.
Pick again.
Food facts 500. Italian for hunter. It's the name of a hunter style. It's in the name of a hunter style chicken dish. Cacciatore?
Right.
Yep.
Make a selection.
Since no weapon could kill the Nemean lion, this hero strangled it. Who is Hercules? Hercules! Hercules!
That's right.
Mythology 200.
Make a selection.
Odysseus' Odyssey began after this 10-year war ended. I'm going to say what's the Trojan War.
That's right.
Mythology 300.
Select again.
When this Argonaut leader betrayed Medea, she murdered their children. Who's Jason?
You got it.
Mythology for 400.
Select again.
Her epithet palace may have gone from a giant of the same name whom she slew. Who is Diana?
No, that's incorrect. Anyone else?
Athena.
Select again.
Mythology 500.
Answer. Daily double.
Let's just do 500 on this. This Greek goddess of the hunt was the twin sister of Apollo. Who is Artemis?
You got it. Select
History 100. On his fourth voyage to the New World, he landed in Costa Rica and gave it its name. Who's Christopher Columbus?
Right.
History 200.
Select again.
In 1603, Japanese warrior Tokugawa Ieyasu assumed this title. What is an emperor?
No, I'm sorry, that's wrong. Anyone else?
I just said emperor.
No, that's incorrect. Anyone else?
It's shogun.
Select again.
History 300. This King of England was the only child of Mary, Queen of Scots. James the First.
You got it. Make a selection.
George, the tallest of these mammals ever in captivity, was almost 20 feet tall. I'm going to say, what is a giraffe?
You got it.
Notable animals 200.
Make a selection.
Cece was this medical missionary's cat at his African clinic in Lamborine. At Lamborine. And it's Albert Schweitzer.
Make a selection.
300. Snowflake, the world's first known albino one of these animals, was discovered in 1966. A tiger?
No, I'm sorry, that's wrong. Anyone else?
Lion, maybe? A gorilla.
Make a selection.
Notable animals 400. This Scottish Terrier was named Big Boy when he was given to FDR in 1940. Thala.
Make a selection.
500, please. This woman tells about Flo, the dominant female chimp of Gombe, in her book In the Shadow of Man. Oh, Jane Goodall.
That's right. Make a selection.
Cass Gilbert is one of the 4 people we found called this father of this type of tall building. What's a skyscraper?
That's a correct
Nickname's
response.
200.
Make a selection.
Karl Marx was nicknamed the father of modern socialism, and Julius Marx was nicknamed this. What is Groucho?
That's right.
Nickname's 300.
Select again.
In the early 1900s, he received his nickname for his brightly colored Albatross aircraft. Who is Orville Wright? No? I don't know.
Sorry, wrong. Anyone else?
It's alright. The Red Baron.
Select again.
400. 20th century band leader known as Mr. New Year's Eve. And it's Guy Lombardo.
Select again.
500. This president's Secret Service nickname was Rawhide. Ronald Reagan? I don't think that's right.
You got it.
Oh, that is right.
Make a selection.
History 400. From 1516 to 1918, Jordan was part of this empire. The Ottoman. Oh, okay.
Make a selection.
As intermediary, this North African country helped secure the 1981 release of U.S. hostages in Iran. I'm going to say what is Libya.
No, I'm sorry, that's
It's
wrong.
not Libya.
Anyone else?
Algeria, the other one.
Make a selection.
Another one, anyway. Literature 100. After an ankle sprain confined her to her home in 1926, Margaret Mitchell began work on this novel. What is Gone with the Wind?
Right.
200.
Make a selection.
Nobody's Fault was the original title for his Little Dorrit. Charles Dickens?
That's right.
Yeah.
Make a selection.
A new edition of this James Joyce novel was published June 16th, 1984, the 80th anniversary of when it takes place. What is Ulysses?
That's right.
400.
Make a selection.
This author of an American tragedy also wrote a non-fiction work titled Tragic America. Who is Theodore Dreiser?
You got it.
Last clue.
Select again.
People talk about what they do all day and how they feel about is what they do in this Studs Terkel book. And it was working.
All right, it's time now for the Double Jeopardy round. Remember, we have 2 daily doubles in this round to play.
And I'm in the lead with 1,600.
Categories are
Categories for Double Jeopardy we're going to be dealing with are government and politics, African history, President and First Lady, nutrition, sports, and finally, December 3rd.
make a selection.
The energy in food is measured in these units. A 10-year-old should have about 2,400 per day. What are calories?
You got it.
Nutrition for 400.
Make a selection.
Cashews and avocados contain mostly the monounsaturated type of this. What is fat? Nutrition for 600.
Select again. Answer. Daily double.
Alright. Phosphorus and calcium are the most plentiful of these inorganic substances that are 4% of body weight. What are bones? No? What are muscles? No? Inorganic substances. What are, teeth?
No, I'm sorry, that's wrong.
Minerals.
Select again.
800. Large complex protein molecules are made up of smaller units called these. What are lipids? Or is it enzymes? Try enzymes.
Sorry. Anyone else?
Amino acids.
That's right. Make a selection.
Near the end of a session of Congress, a president may use this kind of veto by simply not signing. A standard veto.
No, that's not right. Anyone else?
Pocket veto.
Make a selection.
There are three major types of these nutrients: starches, sugars, and cellulose. What are carbohydrates?
You got it. Make a selection.
African history for 200. In 1971, this leader changed his country's official name to the Arab Republic of Egypt. Who's Anwar Sadat?
You got it.
African history 400.
Select again.
In 1975 and 1976, this Ugandan leader was chairman of the Organization of African Unity. Who is Idi Amin?
You got it.
African history
Select
600.
again.
In 1878, King Leopold II of Belgium hired this explorer to set up posts along the Congo River. Who is Stanley Livingston?
No, that's not right.
No.
Anyone else?
Henry Stanley.
Pick again.
800. In 1826, Gordon Laing became the first European to reach this trading center in Mali. Timbuktu.
Select again.
The first black African colony to gain independence, the Gold Coast, is now known by this name. What is Ghana?
You got it. Select again.
Let's take December 3rd, 200. He was Prime Minister of India when the Union Carbide plant leaked, December 3rd, 1984. Rajiv Gandhi?
Right. Make a selection.
In 1962, baseball's National League was expanded to 10 teams, along adding the Houston Colt 45s and this New York team. Who are the Yankees? No.
Gosh, that's wrong. Anyone else?
Oh, the New York Mets. Okay.
Make a selection.
She was a delegate to the UN twice, from 1945 to 1952 and 1961 to 62. Ah. Eleanor Roosevelt, I knew that.
You got it. Select again.
In 1994, this Iran-Contra figure received the GOP senatorial nomination for Virginia. Oliver North.
You got it. Select again.
This team, coached by Chuck Noll, is the only team to win back-to-back Super Bowls twice. Oh, the Pittsburgh Steelers.
You got it. Select again.
In 1945, he told us 16 hours ago an American plane dropped one bomb on Hiroshima. Who's Harry Truman?
That's a correct response.
President and First Lady
Make a
600.
selection. Answer the other daily double.
Cleveland lost the 1888 election to this man by failing to carry his home state of New York. Who is, Grover Cleveland? No.
Sorry, wrong.
Benjamin Harrison. Her father, Marvin Pierce, was publisher of Macalls and Red Book. It was Barbara Bush.
Make a selection.
His presidential program is called The New Freedom. Woodrow Wilson?
That's right.
Yep.
Make a selection.
This cabinet department's building houses the office of the Assistant Secretary for African Affairs. Interior.
Sorry, wrong. Anyone else?
State, yeah.
Make a selection.
On May 30th, 1911, Ray Harron won the first winning of this auto race. I'll say what's the Indianapolis 500.
That's right.
Sports 800.
Make a selection.
It's the manly nickname of former WBC lightweight champ Hector Camacho. Macho?
Right. Make a selection.
In 1947, she became the first U.S. woman to win the British Amateur Golf Tournament. We're looking for Babe Didrikson.
Make a selection.
He gave his first presidential message to Congress on December 3rd, 1901. Who's Theodore Roosevelt?
That's a correct response.
December 3rd, 600. Oberlin College, the first truly co-ed college of the U.S., opened December 3rd, 1833 in this state. What is Ohio?
That's right.
December 3rd, 800.
Select again.
Known as the Prairie State, it entered the Union December 3rd, 1918. Kansas? Illinois.
Pick again.
1,000. On December 3rd, 1967, he transferred the heart of a 25-year-old woman into Louis Warshansky, a 55-year-old grocer. Christian Bernard.
Pick again.
800. She was Ronald Reagan's assistant for public liaison before he made her Secretary of Transportation. Elizabeth Dole. Now the last clue. The state's controversial Prop 197 concerning illegal immigrants passed in 1994. And the state was California.
All right, players, start thinking about your wagers for Final Jeopardy based on what you know about this category.
Middle Ages.
And your Final Jeopardy answer is...
In 1220s, Samarkand fell to this Mongol ruler and was destroyed. I'll say it was Genghis
Let's see if
Khan.
our contestants were successful. What did you put down as your response? You got it.
Genghis Khan is right. Now I have to hope for player 3 to get it wrong.
You got it.
So I'll go up to 3,200.
No, I'm
Yes!
sorry, that's wrong.
So we're going to put $3,200 in Eugene's birthday bank. And I've won the game.
Thank you for playing Jeopardy. Let's do it again real soon. Thanks, players.
We'll go ahead and add the $3,200. And we'll go ahead and see you all for that next segment in just a little bit.